Don't change the world. Once upon a time, there was a king who ruled over a vast kingdom. One day, he decided to travel to the farthest corners of his land. When he returned to his palace, he complained that his feet hurt. This was understandable, as it was the first time he had undertaken such a long journey, and the roads he traveled were rough and stony. Annoyed by the pain in his feet, he ordered that all the roads in the kingdom be covered with animal hide. Naturally, this was a very difficult and costly command, both in terms of labor and resources, but no one dared to advise the king against it. Finally, a wise servant bravely stepped forward to stop the king. He said, "Why should the king waste the kingdom's treasury so unnecessarily? Why don't you just cut some soft cowhide to cover your feet? That way, not only will your feet no longer hurt when you walk on rough, stony roads, but the entire kingdom will also save a lot of time, effort, and resources." The king was very surprised by the servant's unusual suggestion, but he agreed. And so, the first pair of shoes in history was born. Sometimes in life, we don't need to change the whole world to suit us. What we need is simply to change our own perspective and way of thinking. Moral: sometimes in life, we don't need to change the whole world to suit us. What we need is simply to change our own perspective and way of thinking. Reflection: seeking change in others is the beginning of suffering. Changing oneself is the beginning of happiness. Vocabulary: undertake, verb. Definition: to begin or attempt something, especially a task or responsibility. Example: the king decided to undertake a journey to the farthest corners of his land. Annoyed, adjective. Definition: feeling slightly angry or irritated. Example: the king was annoyed by the pain in his feet. Treasury, noun. Definition: the funds or revenue of a state, institution, or society. Example: the servant advised against wasting the kingdom's treasury on unnecessary expenses. Perspective, noun. Definition: a particular attitude toward or way of regarding something, a point of view. Example: changing one's perspective can make a big difference in how we view challenges. Resource, noun. Definition: a stock or supply of money, materials, staff, and other assets that can be drawn on by a person or organization in order to function effectively. Example: covering all the roads with animal hide would waste a lot of resources.